Hey everybody, Kelly Sue from Cleopatra Art Studios here, and I wanted to come on and paint the Thanksgiving gnomes only because they're just a little bit different from our usual design. I want to make sure everybody understands how to put them together and how to put that sign together. I wasn't going to include the back hanger for the sign, or it's more like an easel, and it's really unique, but John was like, he loved it. So he definitely wanted to include that. All right, so when you're joining, tell me where you're where you're watching from. So I'm gonna take the tape, sticky side up, and do the tape trick. Word of warning, when you pick this up, I'm gonna just try to do this. The back is one piece, but then it starts breaking into frames. So if you picked it up thinking it was gonna be one piece, you'd have pieces everywhere. Ask me how I know. All right, so it goes like this. Give TA is one piece, and the H, I'm gonna just kind of stick them all together. HANKS, out of order, makes the rest of the give thanks. It's super cute. So originally this came with 4 slices of pumpkin, and guys, we couldn't make it work. The pieces kept disappearing, and they were so tiny, and we knew if we had problems, you guys would have problems. So here we go. So here we have this nice shiplap back to the sign. Everything's etched so you know exactly where it goes, and it comes with 3D pieces. Again, so we all have a little bit more success. I have to write something here, hi, in order to see any comments. That's just how they work. Okay, here's our sign. Now it's broken down into 4 easy pieces. I don't have to touch the back unless you're that person and you need your back fiddled with. You go for it. It'll have the chunky frame, let's call it that, the skinny frame, and then this goes inside. So let me talk about the sign. And I do want to paint this. So this is how the sign works. Easel. This is how the easel works. So it comes like this. They're pretty sturdy. I'm very satisfied. And they just would glue in on the back. Ta-da! I really like this design. Sorry, husband. John's down at the store getting stuff for, for the next couple days, some food, and he can't remember the 3 items I asked for. Great. Doggies, giddy up, doggies. Okay, so that won't take long at all. I'm really excited to paint that. I wanted to make sure you guys understood how that frame went together. Then I want to point out what's going on here. So you can use these as palettes if you needed to. Let's say you're having a girls' retreat and you didn't have paper plates or a paper bag. Definitely use those as your palette. Let's see. Okay, and here we go. So I wanted to show you how this went together, and I'm going to start painting. So in case you don't want to stick around, these are super cute though, and it's got this interesting design, but it's hidden when you're all done. Ta-da! Okay, there you go. It's kind of like a lock and a key, but it's hidden. This funkiness is hidden when you put the nose on top. I kind of like it. It fits right in there. It's good to go. The nose hides it. Full disclosure, this was meant to be interchangeable. This gnome was supposed to be interchangeable. And it was such a flaky design. Like the hats were really high up, well off the top, and it was really top heavy that I just went, no. John, do your little magic and make it. So these are really cute designs, and they're sturdy. You know how I am about it's got to survive. So these are our Thanksgiving gnomes. There's also the Christmas gnome. No, the Christmas gnomes just came out, and the winter gnomes also. I just wanted to show you what those look like. That's a totally different day of painting. So we're getting really busy in the shop, and it's hard to get all the painting done. And then the only question is, what color is your Pilgrim's hair gonna be? Because I'm struggling with the hay. I got white hair. I'm already struggling with that. Okay, here we go. You do not have to paint the backer board except for the feet at all. They go into a nice frame. There you go. Ta-da! If you don't want any tilt at all, simply put some glue dots in there. Okay, so other than my feet, and I'm just gonna take a pencil, I'm just gonna decide where I'm gonna stop painting, and then we're gonna get going on this. Super cute. Hello from Baltimore. Hello, Miss Donna. Hello, hello. You will either have 4 or 8 dots, meaning that I think you only need 4, but for some reason we cut 8. So when I first started sending these out, I just included 4. They do not need to be painted. They are spacers for their hands to hold their little pieces. And I love how he's holding the pie and she's holding the turkey. I like that. Division of labor in a true sense. Okay. So I am having to answer the text a little bit because poor John, he's out there. He is out there in the world shopping at Safeway, which is our local grocery store. And he can't remember the 3 things. Oops, the 3 things that I said I needed. So I'm combining a really shiny black with the Artist Loft metallic black. You guys know how much I love that. Oh my gosh. And the reason why is, you know, I didn't want it super shiny. You guys can paint your Pilgrims purple. Who knows? We assume they wore a lot of black, but they also used local, you know, like flora and stuff to dye their clothing. So artichokes make a beautiful teal. Abalone. Gosh, I'm thinking, for some reason, I'm thinking that was purple, even though it's white. I think it dyes purple. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna put her aside off screen. I know you can't see her. And then her hat, paint it as many times as you want. So John went to get a couple things because, gosh, I hope I don't offend anybody when I say this. I'm making what we call white girl's buttered chicken. That's what my daughter calls it. And hopefully that's not offensive. What it means is it's there, it's got all the flavors, but it's not as punchy or pungent as you would get in a restaurant. And it's super easy, and I love to make it. I'm also gonna do this stand. And it's really yummy. And when I'm really busy, I make it in the crock pot. And then the whole house smells pretty darn good. Don't you just love fall? Fall is all the lovely smells. So I might as well giddy up on him, on some of the designs for him too. So I know I need black. Might as well just double duty here. Black on the stand. It's a nice, sturdy, round stand. I really like it. So John's doing so good with designs and, you know, like tweaking designs. So they better fit you and me. They need to be pretty darn sturdy. Okay. 1, 2. I know his Pilgrim hat's gonna be black, so I'm pulling that out here. So he's got that same keyhole that I was showing you with her, that same keyhole. Here we go. So he's got a 3D piece that goes right over top. So I can easily just get going and I can paint the whole thing. I'm gonna add a little water to my paintbrush. I've been working on my fall crafts. Oh, right, Donna, oh, right. I love that. If you're chatting with me and I'm not responding, it's because the internet gods aren't letting me see your chat just yet. I will definitely answer when I'm all done, which isn't any fun really, right? I mean, you want to talk to me, I want to talk to you. Haven't had a paint party in a couple days, so I'm getting kind of like twitchy. Okay, so real quick, the give thanks was done on a black shiplap backer board for the project inspiration. I'm kind of thinking I want to go a different color. Maybe white and go with black words. The pumpkin would still pop. I could go with teal. Where's Sherry? You should say teal, teal. This is pretty. This is a new color for me. It's winter blue. And if I like it, I'll make our version of it. So I'll give you guys a second to see what you think. What you think. Oh, Donna, thanks for the stars. You certainly did not have to do that. I am looking. Okay, I'm just gonna do that nice winter blue, and it's a really nice blue. It's cool. It's a very cool blue. Blue would be cool anyway. Who am I kidding? And it's also like gray, so it's a little dreary. If you want yours brighter, go ahead. But this one's mine. I'm gonna paint it this color. And a lot of times my painting shows you what you don't want to do. Look at what I've done, look at the inspiration, and then decide. I'm gonna go a totally different direction than her. That's so funny. And then some of you some of you do exactly what I do, and that's completely fine. I love that. Okay, so Colleen asked me about these. I get these very soft 1/2-inch paintbrushes from Amazon. I think they're a 12 pack for not a lot. And if I can think of it, I will share the link. So in our paint kits, we try to keep the price down. So we only offer, a real, let's call it a one-use paintbrush, because disposable sounds terrible. So it's really nice to have, a decent set of paintbrushes at home that you don't mind using on wood, because the wood's gonna chew up the bristles a little bit, right? I really like this color. I'm thinking I want to kind of wipe it off. Let me just see if I can give it kind of a, stainy look instead, without it getting dingy. Let's try that. I'm going to take a wet wipe, and I'm just going to paint it with the wet wipe to give it more of a stain look. The only thing, and please be aware of it, is that the cutter often leaves a little residue. So you should technically wipe all of your pieces with a little wet wipe. See how that comes off. So that's being added to my paint. But since this is just a tutorial, it's not a big deal for me to just do it this way. Just get in there and do it. All right. I'm thinking when this is done, it'd be nice to take a sanding block and kind of distress the sides. I was thinking, but then honestly, I don't know if it will show. Will it show? It will show. So I think I'll either distress the sides with a sanding block or sandpaper or use paint to kind of mimic it. I would like that. Hold on a second. I'm just going after it. So I really use a lot of wet wipes in my crafting and painting. I know you think, oh, we're finally out of the wet wipes and diapers, but I just go ahead and order them by the case, the unscented, from Costco. Costco's a great company. They get it to you in a couple days. And I have enough for both my crafts, my paint parties, and Rooster. The kids come in and take a little Rooster wet wipes, if you know what I mean. We don't need to get into that. Okay, so I really enjoy this color. It's Winter Blue from Deco Art. Super awesome. I was wondering. So, let's see. Hair. I'm going to put the hair on the back burner there for a minute. Her dress in the photo is gray. hard for me to get behind that. Make yours whatever color you want. She's got that nod to the Pilgrims with the black. So, whatever color you want. I'm going to think on that for a minute while I'm going to continue to finish this off. I think I'm going to stain it, water stain it with a off brown. So certainly a lighter brown than I would normally use. So I have my s'mores right here. I'm going to pull this over a little bit. Stick that in the water bucket. Okay, that nose is history. I should have another one here though. Oh no, I got the clumsies today. That means the dogs are gonna eat that in a second if they can find it. I have a bucket that has extras. Just wondering if it's got the right size. I guess it's not a video with me if I don't drop a million things. That's too small. That's okay, I'll find it later. Okay, let's get back. I have our s'mores. Ta-da. Oh, you're painting this now, Cheryl. Okay, so Cheryl, I was trying to get ahead of everybody, but I forgot a couple of you grabbed this one right away. Cheryl's an amazing painter. I cannot wait to see what she does with this. Okay, so I'm gonna mix a lot of gold or even gray with the brown that we have. Trying to move this over a little bit. Just to make it really light. And then I'm going to, and I have a dark dingy gold. It's not my bright gold. And then I'm gonna just, oh, actually I'm just gonna use that. Never mind. Let's wet wipe it. Dingy gold to the rescue. Oh yeah, see? It's staining it just a little bit. There's 100 ways to do this. White, black, teal. And oh so fast. I just really love this design with not only the gnomes, but a cute little stand. Make sure you go back to the beginning to see how to connect the stand. So this is just gonna go like that. I may wanna go one more coat, but I don't know. I think that looks pretty good. Right, I'm gonna stain the stand. The stand looks like a little ladder. How cute is that? So cute. Hey, Diana, how are you doing? Hopefully you're having a nice fall weather. This is our gnome, the gnome couple with the give thanks sign. So cute. This would look really cute on a buffet. I don't know, where are you guys planning? Cheryl, where are you gonna use yours at? Okay, I'm gonna do both sides. One's clearly the inside because one's nice. One's a little bit more distressed, and that's with, oh gosh, what do they call that? Well, it's where the laser goes in and bounces up. After it cuts, it bounces up and kind of hits the underside. There's a name for it, but I'm totally blanking. I didn't get to drink all my coffee this morning. John ran after some Krispy Kremes, which I'm entirely, eternally grateful for. And then, I don't know if the rest of you do your donuts like this at home, and they're better with day-old donuts. But we grew up in the sticks, way out in the country. And one of the things I loved about my grandpa or Grandma Toot, is that they, used everything. And so if they had day-old or week-old, God forbid, oh, Cheryl, you're gonna put it on the kitchen table? Awesome, I'm gonna need a picture when you're done. When they had day-old or week-old donuts, you know how you have leftovers. They would use them, and what they would do is put it in a small frying pan with just a little butter and put them in there and maybe cover it on low for just a few minutes. And those donuts were breathed new life and so delicious. They were so good. In fact, that's how I enjoy my donuts. My just plain old glazed donuts. Don't do this with the cream filling, you guys. That would be, like biting into a volcano. Okay, so just to show the difference, and it's very slight, I did several coats of this gold. Here we go. It's Deco Art. They're calling it gold. I call it kind of dingy. It's kind of dingy. Get over here. Hey, Kristen. Girl, you had a lot go out yesterday. Like a lot. We combined a couple orders. So thank you so much for that. But I wanted to let you know on the way. All right, so it's kind of a dingy gold, but it's kind of perfect to mimic wood. That wood look when you're not finding it. I think I'm gonna go one more time. Yeah, those donuts, ooh. I like to think some of the calories burn off in that process, but I don't see how because you're adding butter, right? Okay, so here we go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it just a little bit deeper to offset this winter blue I used from Deco. Right now it's not a blue we offer. I have a blue I take to paint parties. What do we call it? Stormy blue. But winter blue sounds a lot better. And it is very similar to this. Okay, I like it. I like it so much. Cheryl, we're gonna have a show you, show me. Hey, Donna. We live in the boondocks, no donut shops. Yeah, so you're gonna make your donuts last. Yep, I get it. Okay, so these are the easel stands. It's such a clever design, brilliant. I love it. Okay, here we go. And then we're just gonna quickly go through here. Okay, so most of my paints are, when it's paint party craziness, are over at the shop. Because I unload the car and just put everything in the shop because I know I'm just gonna rinse, repeat when it's holiday time. So I have limited paint colors over here. So I'm gonna see what I have. I do have the Hauser light green. I do use it for a Grinchy look, or I make my own Grinch, which is kind of a dingy yellow mixed with a brighter green. Here we go, I'm just gonna grab a sponge and hit up my leaves. I want them to pop against this stormy or the winter blue. So if I feel like I need to go darker, I will. Or, you can do some sponging on them. And I love how I teach somebody at a paint party how to sponge, and they just make it so amazing. They do, they really, really do. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go black with my letters because white would not show very well. I'll just do black. So sponging is just such a great, easy technique to get a beautiful result. So I'm just gonna flip this over and I'm gonna go in and hit my give thanks. If you're wondering why I'm in this order, because it's me, number one, but number two, the give and the T and the A are already like welded together, and the other letters are loose, which I'm so thankful for, because otherwise they just rattle around. We try to glue dot or stick them in here. We do our best to make sure they get to you guys safe. Once in a while we lose one. Here we go. So this is an older, more terracotta orange I have. And if I don't love it, if I think it's too drab, I have cadmium orange, which is Hello Brightness. It's super bright, super duper bright. So I'm gonna start, I'm feeling a little drabby today, if that makes sense. Just because the background kind of is. So this terracotta is a really fun pumpkin color, without being too bright. I kind of think this will work. But what you could do is before it dries, give it 2 coats. Before yours dries, you can race a few lines through. Do a little wet on wet. Which I know I say all the time. Sounds a little pornographic. Okay, maybe some white. Do I have any white? The blue would look really pretty. Also in it, because it would pull background forward. Actually, it works as a white too, like a lighter version. And I'm just gonna go in here and do this. Okay, like I said, if you're seeing a little difference on your pumpkin, it originally came with 4 slices each, and it was like this little piece here. We couldn't find them. They were just too small for functionality. So what we did was make it a 3-slice pumpkin and make the pieces a little bit bigger. I hope that you guys get that. Most of you guys barely glance at these, but sometimes I've got a individual that really is very observant. Let's go that way. And they let me know that, oh, there's a change. And yeah, so I want to let you know there was a slight change, just because we didn't want you guys, you know, frustrated, and we wanted to make sure that we could get everything to you. So I don't know if you know this, and let me tell you, I was sending out, like if we were missing a piece or you broke a piece or you lost a piece, we'd send it in an envelope. And things were going along swimmingly, but recently I clearly have gotten flagged. And, you know, an envelope, 35 cents, here you go, here's your piece. I've clearly gotten flagged or something because my envelopes have come back. Okay, they're not coming back. They're telling me at the post office I have something, a letter, and I need to stop and get it. So I do, but then I have to pay $4.50 for something like this in an envelope. So I have moved to bubble envelopes because it's still $4.50. If I forget to give you something, or you lose it, or your dog eats it, or whatever, it's crazy. What? And she was very apologetic. And I was like, is there a workaround? No, there wasn't a workaround. Okay, so I have some darker, let's see. This might be too light. Might be too light. Maybe. I have a darker green. I might try to just bounce a little bit on there. You gotta mix them. We did go with a thicker green brand. Same green color. Just a little thicker. So you don't have to shake it as much, but if you're still getting like the original color, because we had to utilize it first, it needs to be shaken. Plus the blue, man, that one has to be shaken too. Let's do it this way. I'm gonna come around the sides. Just kind of give it a mottled appearance. Maybe with the gold too. You can do this with a sponge. Girls, we pay too much for our manicures. I get it. I clearly don't anymore. It was a losing battle. Sweet. You can get in there with your paint pens and pull that out if you wanted to. And so I'm just gonna glue this together so I can explain once again how to use the easel, the back easel. Okay. I'm just gonna use my Type Bond Quick and Thick. That's the brand I like to use. Some of you guys love super glue. You go ahead, but it does not love me at all, like at all. And besides, I could always use another attempt at getting it right. Sometimes I have to readjust, and it just doesn't give me time. Keep in mind where the holes are. They will line up like this. So if you put your wording like this, it's not gonna work. So I'm gonna put that in first, and like I said, this glue gives me time to make adjustments with the outer rim. You can put the outer rim on first, sure. What fun is that? Okay, here we go. Not too much glue. You don't want the Ouija board effect. This glue dries clear and with almost the same sheen as normal acrylic craft paint. I say that because if you're using the basic fluid acrylics, they are shinier. Such a cute design. Hey Lisa, happy Saturday. Becky is here. Hey Beck. How's the weather down there? I think, I know you work in Olympia. I just don't know if you live in Olympia, but you probably live close. I went over last week. Oh, last week was a wind. What do you call it? A whirlwind? Yeah, a whirlwind. I went over to King County to teach on Thursday, got back Friday, and then my mom's birthday, her 79th birthday in Montana. So Mama's not doing great. So I wanted to go over and definitely didn't want to miss. I didn't want to miss that. Let's just put it that way. And so we're going to do the give thanks. And so we get back, we spent the night and got back Sunday. So we got a smidge behind, but we don't normally say we're working Sundays anyway. That's kind of like the day to do stuff around here. Give the puppies a couple extra scratches. Here we go. All right, let's see. Sometimes you don't know if you picked the right color until you glue it. And if you're careful, you can go in and change it and it's fine. I'm really, really happy with this winter blue from Deco Art. It's a good color. It's more gray than my stormy blue that I have. So, but I really like it. I'll try it at paint parties first. I gotta tell you that I tend to gravitate towards not bright colors, more dollar colors. That's me. But at paint parties, I gotta tell you, the women, 9 out of 10 women will gravitate towards a bright color, with the exception of Christmas, winter. Then they start using that stormy blue. Okay, hold on a second. Mr. John, I have a couple little hanger-oners, little Klingons. And I should have caught that before, and I didn't. Not a problem, not a problem. Oh yeah, Becky, I do. I have to take care of Mama. Check her out. I wish she wasn't, she's 3 hours away. She's in Missoula. And my dad's there, of course. I wish she'd, like, so we bought this big old house thinking, we got kids, there'll be grandkids, maybe a parent or two will move in. And I wish they'd consider that, but that's where all their healthcare services are. And at this point in the game, they're not, I don't think, interested in trying to find new providers. You know what I mean? They trust their providers. So that's what I'm thinking. They're thinking, but we haven't really talked about it yet. Okay, but so I do wish that they lived a little closer. They could be in our hot mess. So I'm thinking the letters themselves need a little bit of that, a little white outline on them here and there. I'm gonna put this right here. Gosh, you could spend all day on the sign alone, but you could also be done with it really quickly also. Depends. Just depends. I'll let you know. Somebody ordered one for a paint party, and I will see. Some people finish up real quickly and some do not, and that's fine. I'll see, like how she does, if she struggles with the allotted time. Oh, Becky, that is true. Yeah, we are super fortunate, and I know that my kids haven't known a lot of loss. Last year, this February, of course, my brother's unexpected passing was really hard because they just hadn't had a lot of loss, and it was hard on me too because I think you don't expect it, right? And so my kids are so lucky. They have 3 of the 4 grandparents, and they had, until COVID, they had all 4. There you go. It's so cute. And so I understand we are so lucky, and so many of you don't have even a single parent left. And in this stage of the game, it's every day is a blessing. And I thought I would see her more, but I can get to her quickly. I can leave at 5 or 6 in the morning and get there at breakfast if I need to. And sometimes if you don't hear from me, that's what I'm doing, is I'm checking on Mama. Okay, I feel like this guy can move over just a little bit. Yeah. Okay, and so this one is cut off right where it would touch the outside frame, inside, outside frame. It's super cute. Okay, real quickly, I will definitely come in. I will do some kind of highlighting in the give thanks. A little white highlighting would be very, very noticeable. Some, oh, so cute. Okay, let's show you again in case you're just chiming in. The easels are so stinking simple. You can glue them, but I probably won't because I think it's important to be able to lay your stuff flat for storage. I would put 2 glue dots here and ram those on home. Same as this. But honestly, not necessary because I'm sure that's not a very good angle for you. It'll just sit. It's such a cute design. I'm gonna hold it this way so you guys can see. You'll see the top and bottom of the stand. So cute. That one, I mean, I'll probably leave this out all fall. Moving on, let's talk. Give me a dress color. Somebody give me a dress color for the lady. If you're just here, I wanted to point out this new look, but it gets covered with the nose. Not her nose because I dropped it near the table. But here you go. It gets covered. This keyhole gets covered. I wanted to show you that. And that's just a new way it goes together. So this design did not have a back to it. I don't know what was going on. And it was originally meant to be interchangeable tops. That means the dress had to always be the same. But it was so flimsy that John got to work and made a backer board. And then maybe like that. Ta-da! Hold on a second. Ta-da! Super cute. Okay, so what color dress? Oh my gosh, Cheryl, I'm just seeing that now. So sorry. 88's a good long time. Man, I would hope for that. Fingers crossed. I'm sorry for your loss though. That's hard. That's a hard one. I know. Okay, so this is the hat. It's gonna be like this, so this should probably be white. Okay. I'm trying to think. I could make the dress the same color as the background because I'm feeling like a rebel, because you already have one. But if I made these backgrounds similar, the dress and the background similar, I think that'd probably be okay. Okay, so I don't need to do anything with her. I need to do something with this. And I'm gonna say white. I'm gonna use my shiny white because it covers a little bit better. Oh, it doesn't, that's right. Sorry, my white actually covers better. Each paint is different, I get that. Yellows are always the hardest. Also, okay, pretty thick. And if you sponge it, you probably would have to do it several times, or you can just take a paintbrush and be careful. I get asked all the time at paint parties, what do I do? Do I have to paint the sides? And that, let me know. Are you a side painter? That's totally up to you. I do it Colleen's way. I love you guys always sharing your little tips. Colleen's way. If she smears down the side, she just mixes a paint to match the brown and covers it up. So, you know, she's careful. She's really careful painter. Not like me. And then if she probably only has just a couple drips. And honestly, me, I don't worry about it. The fun to me is the painting. I don't find a lot of fun in the cleanup. Okay, so with our white, one coat with a brush. If I would have used a sponge, I would have had to want to come in here several times. Hello, Rosie. Oh yeah, I'll do it this weekend. So Facebook, I have to spread them out on Facebook. They get kind of crazy. I thought I was doing it last weekend, and then I realized I had several other paint events before that because they're at the end of the month. So I'll get it going. Are you looking for something special? I already have 2 or 3 other skulls running, and I was thinking I would do the same projects, you know, same kind of holiday Christmassy projects that I chose from them. I can't do any porch leaners though at the Harvester if we're looking for a crowd. So porch leaners out unless we're taking them as a kit to go. Okay, anybody give me an idea on oh, Becky, I'm sorry, I'm just reading yours too. Oh, it's crazy. So I think I'm just going to use this blue. And I have it in a sponge, don't I? What did I use? I can't remember what I used. I'm just going to sponge it. Polka dots. Polka dots are cute. The big ones are where you will use your rounds for supports to hold up the hands so that they're at the right level. Like I said earlier, yours will come with 4 or 8. You only need 4, which is what I gave you up until recently. But John said, oh, just send all 8. They might know what to do with it, or they might have something special to do with it. And you might. Okay, so the polka dots are still visible. I went non-traditional. Don't care. I don't care that I went non-traditional. I wanted to do something different. I didn't go so bright that you don't see the orange turkey. I just used the same blue as what's in my sign. Just gonna hold that down for a minute because it wants to do that Ouija board. You all know what that means. It's moving. Okay, and again, I just wanted to show you this. The nose will cover up this puzzle piece and it'll be good to go. So these dots will just go here to hold up the hand. Or actually, I found out with this one, I think I had to move it a little further because of, his is spaced a little bit further to hold the turkey. She's holding the turkey, what can I say? Which I might not paint today because it looks like it has quite a few details on it. And I wanted to kind of get to the big part of this. Okay. Oh, Cheryl. So Cheryl, you may have 4, you may have 8. You just need 4, 2 for each gnome to elevate. So hopefully, I just saw your comment. And hey, we're syncing up. We're syncing up on that. Hands, you know, paint whatever color skin tone you want. A lot of times for, you know, like ease, I just mix some brown or maybe brown and gold with some white and go light. You can mix orange, dot of orange with a dot of pink and add some white for more of a blushy look. Depends what I'm looking for. You know, more of a skin tone look. Just want to make sure that these pop a bit. This might be too light. Okay, so let me just demonstrate that super quick. Okay, so I have an orange. It doesn't really matter which orange you pick, but I'm just gonna grab that. Little orange, a little pink. Here's quinacridone magenta. Quinacridone. Oh no, this is phthalo red, which is really the same thing. It is pink though. Come on, come on. Maybe. Oh, there we go. It's pink. We can all agree that it's pink. Okay, so I'm going to take a little pink. I have a little orange. I'm going to mix them up. I'm going to add some white to it. It's heavy on the pink, so you can just bring in some more orange. Okay, so I just wanted to demonstrate that because a lot of people like the fleshier tones, and it's very easy to get. And honestly, if you feel like, oh my gosh, it's just too pink, use that as a base coat and, you know, make a lighter version of it. So since I have this ready, I think I'm just gonna do the nose. It's gonna be a communal nose. Remember, if you weren't here, one of the noses is under the table at the moment. So there you go. So you tell me, do you use a brown and white for skin tone, or do you like the fleshier look? And you can just kind of come in with some white and gradiate it if you wanted to. Oops. This is why the tape trick is a good idea. Okay, hair for her. I'm hair for her. You know, I have red hair. She just has white in the demonstrated photo. Let's call it a reference photo. There you go. She just has white. You know, I'm thinking maybe we'll go. I mean, and it makes her pop, and that's great. But now she looks like an oldie that needs to go to the hairdresser. So I was thinking maybe a nice brown with some gold streaks in it to make it look like a braid, which I'm not good. So Shannon, if you're watching this, she is so good at doing braidy hair, doing the right strokes where they're supposed to. So I'll see if she maybe will do a reference video for us. Shannon, in exchange for a nose, can I please get a reference video? There we go. She's just really, really good at doing the technique. So I'm just gonna paint mine brown to start. It's just our s'more brown that you would find in our paint kit. Not bad, doesn't suck. You could do some highlighting. So I'm gonna just pretend I painted it twice. I'm just gonna come in with black and gold on the outside and kind of just highlight it or low light it on the outside. There's hardly any paint in my sponge. I don't know if you can see this, hardly any. But they'll help it pop just a little bit on the edges. You certainly don't want to do this with a lot of paint. But too little is also a problem, as you can see. You can also do this same technique with a little gold. Remember, I have this dingy gold because it's not like a 24 karat gold. And it will show up a little bit better when it dries tomorrow. You're not going to be able to see much happening here with all the studio lights bouncing off of it. So metallics have to cure, and then they're super noticeable. So, and then Shannon would be doing lines for hair. Now I can do beards all day. I like my beards. I can do them. I don't do a great job on the hair lines. There you go. This is maybe a little on the pink. Let me look on the camera. Oh, hey Jackie, how you doing? Hopefully you're into gnomes today because that's what we got. We have the gnomes. So this is how it goes. It seems a little, to me, I was like, oh, that is so simple. And there you go. So she will be, basically glue your dots really close to the line. If she's holding a turkey, the turkey is going to be like this. I'm not painting the turkey today because I'm gonna have to get some really good glasses, I think, for the detail work on that turkey. But those dots, Cheryl, I hope this answers your question, will help elevate the hands so that they're actually on top of what they're holding. He's holding the pie. Boom, he's holding the pie. So I wanna go back to you, Becky. Thank you so much for turning your sister on to us. And Jackie, I hope you like what you see. Okay, so I'm gonna pop these down real quick. So today we're painting the Give Thanks, the gnome couple with the sign. And we did the sign mainly to show you the elevation and then the easel. And I also wanted to show you guys these tabs because they were just a little bit different than what we're normally providing crafty wise. But I think John did good. He nailed it. These are nice and chunky, not too much glue. I'm gonna take a little glue off. Put the glue there. Put this goes right here. What were they thinking? I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking back when they were designing clothing. Okay, so you can take a paint pen to do some little detail work, which really helps these guys pop. So maybe a black paint pen or a white paint pen. And you guys know me, I like to do it with paint. So I'm just gonna, I don't have a really good small paintbrush because I've had the girls in the studios a lot. But I'm gonna take water. I'm trying to remember which one. This one was actually my fluid acrylic. And why would I pick my fluid acrylic over regular paint? And it's because, I'm scooting this over a little bit. It's because the pigment in it is very, very intense. So you can water it down without getting like that milk value. Oh my gosh, it's milk. And so why would you want to water down your paint? Well, if you didn't know this, let me tell you, fluidity, or how the paint flows, is really like a big part of painting. So you want your paint to flow. It can dry in the bottle. It can dry sitting here waiting on us, and or just not be a great flowy paint. It might just be a stinker, but you can control that. But if you're always adding water to your paint, the pigment's gonna get milky or watery, right? Instead of stay brilliant and gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, so we could use a little black. You can also use tulip. It's right there on the line size-wise. I normally use the tulip for my larger door hangers. Oh, I forgot. So I split the side and it wants to be really chunky, but it's fabric paint and you can just easily do that. So paint pens or watered down paint, I'm talking a little water, guys, or the tulip, but I wish it'd give me a new nozzle for my tulip. Yeah, we're gonna skip that. Maybe just do it with black. So I have my fluid acrylic black. You don't have to rush out and get it, guys. It's just as I'm there, as I'm at Michael's and I'm like, oh, I have 10 extra bucks in my budget and it's buy one, get one 50% off and they're around $5.99. I can start adding to my fluid acrylic paints. So I do like those. I don't get any commission, so it's just, I'm telling you things I like. Oh, see, I had a little Ouija board movement there. So I'm just adding a little detail work. You don't have to outline completely, just a little shading. I mean, you can if you want. Apparently I'm gonna do it. Okay, and maybe I'll do a little dot, dot, dot. I typically do 3, just mainly because your brain likes to see odd numbers. It gets a lot of, I forgot to glue my hair down. It gets a lot of satisfaction from seeing odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and then curiously enough, after 9, it doesn't have more satisfaction. 9 is like maximum satisfaction. I think it's called marginal propensity. Like it's maxed out. The brain is maxed out. But that's why you see like landscaping, like grasses, in bundles of 3. Or, you know, like 2 daylilies and 3 grasses, that kind of thing. It is because it looks right to us in a different life. Oop, okay, so I smeared that. That's okay. I'll come back and fix it. Okay, so we have some dots on our dress. You can do something with them. You can paint them up if you wanted to. Keep in mind that the bird, she'll be holding the bird, not flipping the bird. Okay, so, and then on her feet, I think they need to pop just a little bit. Keep in mind that they will go into the slot, but I'm gonna come in here with a little watered down paint and just kind of do like a woo, little highlight so that she pops a little bit. Nice, nice. Looks like John's back from the store and I can make my white girl chicken. It is butter chicken, white girl butter chicken. Sabrina calls it that. So you can also just leave these without the hairs and like come around and just do a little this. This paintbrush is way too big. Whoop. Just some little cuteness. We're just adding some cuteness here. But I'm still gonna talk to Shannon. See if she will help us out with a little video when she's not being a world traveler. Okay, so you can see super cute, super cute. Hours of fun, this one. Cheryl, I know you're working on yours right now and I cannot wait to see what you do. Okay, so I don't feel like I'm gonna paint him today. This is what I did. Here you go. I wanted to show you two things. I wanted to show you how the easel worked. And I also wanted to show you this keyhole puzzle piece that we got going on here. I have some glue. Okay, and I'm gonna get to my butter chicken right now, get it marinating. He's holding the pie. Holding the pie. We should talk about what pie you guys have for the holidays too. So hopefully you liked this design. Let me know if you have any questions. Jackie, thanks so much for watching today. Oh, she said brown would be good. Kristen, I don't know if we were talking hair 10 minutes ago. Must have been hair. Okay, so thanks so much for watching today and have a good weekend, guys. Bye-bye. Maybe. Okay. Maybe. My phone is... Okay, come on. Finish and then share.